This is storytelling. And what is it? I'm going to point at someone and they're going to start to tell a story. And then what happens is somewhere while they're telling the story, I'm going to point at someone else, take it away from them. The new person has to pick up on the story and continue the story on. Okay? 2 rules. 1, don't veto. What I mean by don't veto is if somebody's got an alien coming from outer space and then I move to the thing and then you say, and we were sitting on the dock smoking a joint, that's kind of veto. You have to pick up on their theme, finish it, or finish the sentence sometimes, and then add your own complication into the story. And the other rule is nouns and verbs keep the story moving. Some people who are really good at language, like poets, will throw so many adverbs out there that, and on the moonlit night while the sun was bright, you know, and the story doesn't go anywhere. Okay, you ready? So we're going to start with Angel.
Once there was a little girl named Sue, and she went for a walk in the forest.
Under a tree, there was a leaf that fell and blew over into a house, and in the house there were another boy and girl, and the leaf landed on one of their heads like a crop. The 2 other children looked at this thing on the head of the one person and said, "My goodness, how did that happen?"
And just then, Sue arrived at their cabin and said, "You have a leaf crown on your head," to the little boy.
And then they all started chanting, "Hail King Leafy! Long live the king! Hail King Leafy!" So they started a band.
Hail King Leafy! And that actually became the song they played everywhere they went,
even at bat mitzvahs and birthdays and anywhere, and people loved it. They went crazy.
even up at the Zam Zam bar on Haight Street they went crazy. They're used to crazy people up there.
So the song became a hit, and it became the newest song for the next American Idol.
The end. All right, pretty good. So audience, what do you think about the story? Is it cogent?
Flowed nicely.
Did it have a beginning, a middle, and an end? Did it make sense most of the time?
It was very flowing and colorful, you know, between all of them.
Yeah, we started with Susie, which was cool, and we left her behind and went to the party, but we never did find out the other kids' names. That might have been one way to move the story on. Then we know who King Leafy was. And then what else?
That's right.
He was sitting on a dock with the elements smoking.
Part 2.
Yeah, I noticed you went right for the adjectives. Right for those adjectives and adverbs. Yeah, generally you just use nouns and verbs. You push the storyline along. Okay, you four people now. You ready? You guys get up here. Evan's going to start the story.
Okay. In a dusty old attic, there lived a cat. The cat's name was Chester.
Chester used to like to sit in the window, watch the traffic go by, and watch the birds fly in and out of the trees.
But he also liked watching the mice in the attic, because that was his meal. As much as he enjoyed the sunshine and the birds flying in the sky, he loved his mice.
And one day, a mouse ran through a crack and followed the
Chester chased the mouse down the hall, and then soon an old lady came out with a broom.
And the old lady's name was Sarah, and Sarah screamed, "There's a mouse! There's a mouse in the house!"
Chester, the cat, came running down to give her assistance because she was her favorite pet, and to save her from any endangerment she might have.
Upon finding the mouse, he found it a much better idea to eat half and keep the rest as a tasty treat.
Chester thought that the old lady was chasing him, but she was really chasing the mouse. She was scared of the mouse. Chester then forgot about the mouse and found a small piece of cheese in the corner.
Chester ate the cheese, and the snap
broke his neck.
Okay, what do you think about the story?
I thought it started out kind of spooky, and
Yeah.
I thought everyone kind of picked up on
Yeah,
it.
he was adding,
and then-
Tony was adding some nice elements there by adding in other characters, right? What else?
I liked the surprise ending.
Surprising. Yeah, sometimes when you don't know what to do with it, you just kill off all the characters. Like Shakespeare 101. Read Macbeth. Read Macbeth, see Hamlet, see what happens at the end.
It seems like you didn't hear that he ate half the mouse. 'Cause
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
of a sudden the mouse was
That's right. So that was a case of not hearing the other story. Yes, you have to follow the other people. Now, when I'm doing this in the future, I'm going to catch you right in the middle of a sentence sometimes. So it was, he found a piece of cheese and, at that point,
Promptly
the
done.
beast died, vomited, found out it was really not a piece of cheese, but, but something, some other creature hiding. Right? I didn't get any aliens or spooky things or horror things.
I set it up for spooky.
Yeah, see, he set it up for that. Everybody here kind of wanted to turn it into a spooky thing or a mystery, but they didn't know exactly how to do that.
I snapped his head off.
Yes,
And he got half the mouse.
God bless you. Pulitzer Prize. Pulitzer Prize. Okay, now we're going to do something, and I need one person to volunteer. Okay, Bob, you get in the middle. Everybody else gets around Bob. And what we need is 2 people behind Bob.
Where's the best?
2 people behind Bob. 2 people on the side. 2 people in front. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to put our hands on Bob, on his shoulders, and then very slowly we're going to start rocking him back and forth and back and forth. You guys handle him when he comes back. You guys up here are going to handle him when he comes forward. And you guys are going to prevent him from moving sideways. We're going to all get into this. And the idea is to get the rocking to be a little bit more. He's got to keep his feet planted and just rock him forward and back. Take it easy. And the idea is go straight forward and straight back. That's right. And then we want it to get further and further. That's good. Excellent, Paul. Not too fast because you'll start throwing him. That's it. Now close your eyes, Bob. Now close your eyes and group. She's laughing diabolically. That's it. Good, good. Nice, Paul. You'd be surprised how far you can take it. Excellent.
Watch the rest.
You guys are letting it go sideways.
That's okay.
He's not supposed to go sideways.
This is a trust issue.
According to Nat, you don't.
Don't.
No,
Just forward and
Going
back.
sideways.
I didn't have enough strength on his body.
That way.
And then very slowly bring it to a close. Slowly bring it to a close. There you go. Nice.
That was fun.
Okay. All right. One small person.
Tiny.
Angel. Okay, we want 4 people on this side of her. Now we're going to do something different this time.
Okay.
4 people in a row. 4 people over here in a row. And what we're going to do now is she's going to lean back. We're going to pick her up, pick up her feet, and we're going to cradle her between all of us and our arms. You ready? Okay. Slowly. Now get her feet tall. That's it. Close your eyes. Hold her head. Okay. Bring her feet down a little. Now let's rock her back and forth. She's doing it slowly at first. I haven't had this done to you since you were a baby.
I wish I'd bumped
I
into this.
love it.
You might have started.
Yeah.
More. Your eyes closed.
Wait a minute, I want
Bring her feet down first. And these are sensitivity exercises, and your body's being manipulated in space and time in ways that you normally don't. Normally, you're falling off a bicycle and no one's there to catch you. Or it's being cradled by your mom or your dad. And since as big as I am, the Chicago Free Theater got 15 people around me and did this to me and rocked me, and whoa. You know, when you're a big guy like I am, you rarely ever get cradled, let alone rocked. And it was really, I felt like Superman flying. It's quite a nice experience.